So today we're exploring a corner of the internet that, well, it feels a little bit like a magic trick. We're talking about the invisible empire.
It does sound mysterious, doesn't it? But it's actually incredibly practical.
It is, but it also kind of contradicts everything we've been told about social media for, what, the last decade?
Oh, completely.
The whole narrative is, if you want to be a creator, you have to be the star. You need the perfect hair, the ring light, the high energy
You
personality.
definitely need to be willing to, point and dance on camera, which is a nightmare for about 90% of the population.
Right. But we're looking at this whole stack of sources today, from strategists like Alex Catoni, the digital skills educator, Rico Visuals, the Gold Digger Girl, and even a case study from Santa Goch that all suggest the opposite might be true.
Yeah, they're basically arguing that the most profitable, most effective content creators today might be the ones you never actually see,
It's this shift away from the influencer model, which is all about, look at me.
towards what I'd call the faceless model, which is purely about look at this utility.
So our mission today is to really break down exactly how this works. And we're not just talking theory. We're going to hand over the actual toolkit. We've got a framework called the Lazy Reel
A specific way to talk to AI so it actually writes your scripts for you.
and a monetization strategy that claims you don't need to wait for YouTube to pay you a single cent.
It's really a deep dive into efficiency. It's about removing the biggest bottleneck in content creation, which is, well, it's the creator's ego and the creator's face.
Okay, so let's start with the platform that I think gives people the most anxiety, Instagram.
Mm.
Because the assumption there is that it's a visual medium, so you have to be the visual. But we have this framework from Alex Catoni called the Lazy Reel Framework.
And I love that name.
I know. Usually when someone calls my work lazy, I get defensive. But here, she says lazy is actually the secret weapon.
It's so counterintuitive, but it totally checks out when you look at the data.
Huh.
Catoni analyzed her own content, and, she's a professional strategist, and found this pattern.
Was it?
The videos where she had the full hair and makeup, perfect lighting, a whole scripted delivery, they did. Okay.
Yeah.
But the ones she just threw together in 5 minutes.
Those are ones that went viral.
Exactly.
But why is that? Is it just dumb luck or?
It's psychology. When we're scrolling through Reels or TikTok, our brains have developed this really sophisticated filter for ads, high production value, perfect lighting, a presenter voice. It all unconsciously signals someone is trying to sell me something.
So looking too professional actually hurts you.
In this context, yeah, it creates distance. Scrappy feels like a friend sending you a video. It feels authentic. And that's where the Lazy Reel framework comes in.
Right.
She breaks it down into 3 steps. And step 1 is just capture a moment.
And she really emphasizes that this shouldn't be like a setup moment.
No, not at all. It's literally B-roll of your life. And for anyone who doesn't know, B-roll is just film industry speak for background footage.
The stuff you show while someone is talking.
Precisely.
Yeah.
She says, film your coffee brewing, film your feet walking down the street, film your laptop screen while you work.
I loved the example she gave where she realized she has resting bitch face while she works, so she just filmed that.
Yes. Which is so much more relatable. It's not the girl boss aesthetic. It's the I'm tired and I have emails aesthetic.
Right. And the beauty of this is that it lowers the barrier to entry to almost zero. You don't have to get ready to film. You can be in your pajamas, film your coffee cup, and boom, you have your visual asset.
You're done.
Okay, so you have video coffee. By itself, that's, boring.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2 is add audio.
And you have 2 paths here. 1, you can ride the wave of a trending song. Even if it doesn't really match the coffee pouring perfectly, the algorithm pushes it because the sound is popular. But the second option is what she calls the faceless voiceover. She gives this great example of recording a voice memo while she was just sitting by a pool in Cabo.
This is where the laziness pays off, right? It wasn't a script.
Not at all. It was a stream of consciousness. Hey, I'm sitting here thinking about burnout.
Yeah.
That raw audio quality, combined with the visual of the pool, it feels really intimate.
It feels like a private message, not a broadcast.
Exactly. But the real magic, and I think this is the glue for the whole strategy, is step 3, add text.
This is the non-negotiable part.
Absolutely. You have to put the value, the hook, the quote, the tip directly on the video screen. Catoni is so firm on this. Do not force people to read the caption.
Because we're lazy scrollers.
We're efficient scrollers.
Right.
If I see a coffee cup, I'm gone. I'm keeping scrolling. But if I see a coffee cup with text that says 5 signs you're undercharging your clients, I stop.
So the text hooks the brain.
And the lazy video just keeps the eyes occupied long enough to finish reading.
She gave a few specific templates for these visuals that I thought were just genius, because we all do them anyway. The mirror check.
This is the ultimate efficiency hack. You're in a hotel bathroom, or you just like your outfit. You take your phone, look in the mirror, and you record like a 5-second clip. You don't speak, you don't wave.
You just check the fit, and then you save it.
You save it in a folder on your phone called B-roll. Katoni says she has a whole bank of these, so on a day where she has a brilliant business thought, but, looks like a mess,
She just grabs a mirror check video from 3 weeks ago, slaps the text on it, and posts.
she's present online without actually being present in the moment.
Another one was handwritten notes. I see these everywhere now.
This taps into that ASMR response, that tingling, satisfying feeling people get watching someone clean or organize.
All right. Yeah, watching ink hit paper is weirdly hypnotic.
So you film your handwriting, consistency is key, and that's the video. That background holds their attention for the 7 seconds it takes to read the deeper advice you type over it. It's a perfect loop.
My favorite was the recipe for success, the pun.
Yeah.
You film yourselves making a gin and tonic or chopping onions, an actual recipe. But the text overlay isn't the ingredients, it's the recipe for a $10 K a month.
It's a visual metaphor. And again, just notice the pattern. None of this requires you to talk to the camera. None of it requires you to be an expert presenter. It shifts the pressure from performance to documentation.
So that covers the vibes-based platforms like Instagram or TikTok, but you can't build a massive business just on vibes, right? You need depth. And that brings us to the second part of our stack, YouTube.
And this is a really critical pivot. On Instagram, you are interrupting people, they're scrolling, and you're trying to wave them down.
But on YouTube.
On YouTube, people are searching. They are actively looking for a solution.
And we have this source, Rico Visuals, who puts it so bluntly, YouTube is not for celebrities. It's for solving problems.
That distinction, it just changes everything. If you want to be a celebrity, yeah, you probably need charisma. But if you want to solve a problem, you just need the answer. Rico argues that even a 10-year-old could succeed on YouTube if they just focused purely on utility.
He outlines this 10-video strategy for faceless channels. He basically says, stop trying to be creative with your titles.
Just use the templates, the ones that trigger human psychology. These templates are designed to build trust immediately. You have the classic how-to, obviously, but then he digs into these fear of loss triggers.
Oh, like 3 mistakes beginners make.
Yes.
That one always gets me. I'm always terrified. I'm the beginner making that exact mistake.
Of course. It's a curiosity gap, or things nobody tells you that implies insider knowledge. What I wish I knew earlier.
They all promise a shortcut. And notice, none of them imply, watch this because I'm funny.
No, they imply, watch this because you have a pain point and I have the aspirin.
So the content isn't about you at all. It's about the viewer's problem. But here's where I get stuck. Even if I don't have to show my face, writing 10 high-quality problem-solving scripts, that sounds like a massive amount of work.
It is a massive amount of work. Or it was.
Enter the AI assistant.
Right. Now, we hear about using ChatGPT for scripts all the time, but Rico Visuals points out that most people are using it completely wrong. They treat AI like a Google search. They just type, write me a script.
And you get garbage back. It's usually so generic, very robotic.
Because the prompt is generic. Rico introduces this prompting structure called RVDH. And this is the technical part of the deep dive, so it's worth paying attention.
Okay, RVDH.
It stands for role, context, task, and format.
Okay, let's role play this so we can really hear the difference. I'm going to be the lazy creator. I want to make a video about, let's say, growing tomatoes on a balcony.
Okay.
So my normal lazy prompt would be, hey, ChatGPT, write me a YouTube script about how to grow tomatoes on a balcony.
Okay, stop. I can already tell you what you're going to get. It's going to start with, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's going to give you generic advice like, water them regularly.
It's going to sound like a Wikipedia article, no flavor.
Exactly. So now, let's fix it. Apply the RVDH structure. First, role. We tell the AI who to be. Act as a master gardener with 20 years of experience in urban farming.
Okay, I see.
Next, context. Who are we talking to? My audience is busy millennials living in apartments who have killed every plant they've ever owned.
Huh. Okay, that's specific.
Then task. Be laser specific. Write a 3-minute video script covering the 3 biggest reasons balcony tomatoes die and how to fix them. And finally, format. Output this as a table with columns for the mistake, the science, and the fix. Keep the tone witty and encouraging.
Wow. Okay, just hearing that, I could see how the result would be completely different.
It's night and day. Because you gave it walls. You told it, don't be generic, be an urban farming expert talking to busy people. Suddenly, the script isn't just information, it's a tailored solution.
And with that structure, you could generate those 10 problem solver scripts in, what, about an hour? But we still have a visual problem. We have the script, we have the audio. What are we looking at on YouTube? We can't just loop a video of a coffee cup for 10 minutes.
No, you definitely need more dynamic visuals for long form.
Yeah.
And the Gold Digger Girl breaks us down into tiers. Tier 1 is stock. You just buy bundles of footage, sunsets, offices, nature, and you match the visuals to your script.
That seems the most common. But she talks about a hybrid model and then something called the AI twin. And I have to be honest, the AI twin concept freaked me out a little bit.
It is definitely pushing the boundary. This is where you use a tool like HeyGen or Synthesia to create a digital avatar that looks like you, or even a generated person and sounds like you.
Wait, what?
You just feed it the text and the avatar speaks it perfectly.
So, hold on. If I set this up, I could be sick in bed or on vacation in Japan, and digital me is sitting in a studio recording content.
Digital you is working 24/7.
That feels like a Black Mirror episode waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's efficient, sure, but doesn't that kill the connection?
And that's the debate. The Gold Digger Girl argues it's a scaling tool. It gives you the talking head authority because people do like seeing a face without the burnout of actually filming.
But it raises this huge question about authenticity. If I trust the advice, does it matter if the face delivering it is generated?
I guess if the script is solid, thanks to RPDH, the value is still there. But it's a brave new world.
It is. But okay, let's ground this. You have the content, you have the visuals, you have the efficiency. The final piece of the puzzle is the most important one. How do you actually get paid?
Right. Because the standard advice is always get 1,000 subscribers, get 4,000 watch hours, and wait for YouTube to turn on AdSense.
Which is the slow lane?
It's the slowest lane. That's direct monetization. And honestly, unless you're getting millions and millions of views, ad revenue is pizza money. It's not rent money. Rico and Sam the Coach are so aggressive on this point. You want indirect monetization.
And Sam the Coach shares this case study that I really want to drill into because the numbers sound, well, they sound like internet guru math.
The budgeting channel?
Right. So Sam sets up a channel about budgeting. He doesn't show his face. He just films his hands filling out a budget spreadsheet or a planner.
Super simple visuals, very high satisfaction factor.
And he claims that this channel made over $100,000 in a single month.
Yeah.
Now, I have to pause here. $100,000 a month. From filming a spreadsheet, that sounds impossible. Is that actually realistic?
I was skeptical too. So let's break down the math. He isn't making that money from YouTube paying him for views. He's making it by selling the product he is using in the video.
Ah.
He sells the digital budget planner for about $50.
Okay, so to make $100,000, he needs to sell 2,000 planners a month.
Right. Now, in e-commerce, a standard conversion rate is maybe 2%. That means for every 100 people who click the link, 2 buy. So to get 2,000 sales, he needs roughly 100,000 interested people to click or watch.
And is 100,000 views a month on YouTube, is that doable?
For a channel that ranks for search terms like how to budget or best budget planner 2026, that is actually very achievable. If you have a few videos hit the algorithm or you own the search results for those terms, the volume is definitely there.
So the trick isn't get viral views. The trick is sell a product that solves the exact problem the video is about.
Exactly. He is selling the shovel. The video teaches you how to dig. The link in the bio sells you the shovel. And the psychological trigger is so powerful. The viewer is watching the video thinking, wow, that looks so organized. I want my finances to look like that.
And the creator says, you can. Here's the exact tool I'm using.
It's seamless. It feels less like selling and more like sharing resources. And Sam calls digital products the holy grail because the margin is 100%. Once you make the PDF or the spreadsheet, you can sell it 10 times or 10,000 times.
There's no shipping, no inventory. It really ties the whole invisible empire together.
It's a complete ecosystem.
You use the lazy framework on Instagram to grab attention with B-roll. You use the problem solver strategy on YouTube to build trust. You use AI to do the heavy lifting on scripts. And then you monetize by handing them the tool to fix their problem.
And nowhere in that entire chain does it require you to be famous, pretty, or even particularly outgoing.
It effectively turns the creator into a curator. You aren't the hero of the story, you're the guide.
That's it. The hero is the information, or maybe the result.
So let's bring this home for everyone listening. We've covered a lot, from resting bitch face B-roll to AI prompt engineering. If someone is listening to this right now and thinking, okay, I want to try this, where do they even start?
Start with your phone right now. Open your camera roll. I guarantee you have a mirror check video or sunset or a clip of your dog sleeping. That isn't digital clutter anymore.
That's an asset.
Exactly, it's an asset. And just pick one problem you know how to solve.
Like how to organize your pantry.
How to organize your pantry. How to write a better email. Take that video, overlay the text with the tip, and just post it. See how it feels to provide value without providing your face.
It's surprisingly liberating.
Yeah.
But before we go, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier about the AI twin, because it connects to a bigger idea.
It does. I've been thinking about this user interface concept.
Lay it on us.
Well, if AI can write the script using RVDH, and AI can generate the voice, and AI can generate the avatar, and the money comes from a digital product, does the creator even exist anymore?
That's deep.
I mean, we might be moving toward a world where personalities online are just user interfaces for information, like Windows or Mac. You don't care who coded the button, you just care that the button works.
So if a faceless channel solves your anxiety about budgeting, do you really care if a human made it?
I want to say yes, but my wallet might say no.
That is a provocative thought to leave us with. The invisible empire might just be the future of the internet.
It's certainly the most efficient version of it.
Thanks for diving in with us. Go check your camera rolls, and we will see you next time.